Good morning. Hi, y'all. Y'all know I always ask, how are you doing? So let me know how things are going. What are you working on? I know that we skipped last week, right? So there may be some updates that you have to provide me. What's going on with y'all? What are you guys working on? What are you working through? Let me know. But I'm glad you guys are here. I am glad to be back. I'm glad to be here. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna we're gonna go. We're gonna go through. Um Florida was nice. Florida was nice. I know a lot of you guys are asking, like, what how was Florida? What's up? Did you get a lot of rest? Yeah. So not so much on the rest part, but it was great weather. It was awesome weather. Like, it was awesome weather. I just couldn't believe that in April, this is what Florida residents get. I was so if any of you guys know of any properties that come available, let me know, because I have told my husband, like, we need to get a vacation home in Florida. That's going to be my spot to go in the spring, maybe even the winter, because we came back here and the weather ain't, it's not as good. It's not as good. We came back and it's cold. You see me, I have on this sweatshirt. It's cold. It's cold. So I'm looking forward to when we are in the 80s here, hopefully soon. But yeah. So that was my trip. It went well. We enjoyed each other. We enjoyed time with each other. And now we're back. And now it's back to business. So before I get started, we are going to pray and get into this. Dear Lord, thank you for everything that you've done for me and everything that you continue to do for me. Thank you for showing up here. Thank you for everything that you have done, everything that you continue to do. And just thank you for your presence. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for everything that you've given to us, Lord. We have so much to be grateful for. Just the fact of us waking up, the fact that we're able to see the beauty outside, be able to see the sunlight when it comes, the sun rising, and just the ability just to eat, to breathe, just to be here. Just thank you for everything that you've blessed us with and continue to bless us with, Lord. You are absolutely amazing, and I just invite you into this house, into our live stream. I invite you into the homes of everyone who is here and with me. Lord, just be with them. If they are in need, just give them a hug, tap them on the shoulder, let them know that you are there, no matter what is going on, Lord, and that they can face whatever it is that they're going through, and that if you brought them to it, you will bring them through it, Lord. So just give them that confidence, allow them to feel that strength, that power, that you are backing them. And I just ask again that you just move me out the way. That's my prayer all the time, and it will continue to be. Lord, I do not want to be in the way. Move me out of the way. Put me in the trunk of the car. Leave me behind. Whatever it is that you have to do, just I am here to be a vessel and just to work through me. I don't want it to be my words, but your words. So Lord, less of me and more of you. Amen. All right. So as I was saying, there's that just hit me right there. If he brought you to it, he will bring you through it. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that because this is what happened, right? So while I was in Florida, I was a little confused. Okay. So I had a moment, I think it was like Friday when we were about to leave, and I just felt very confused of like old patterns just started to show up of where I was thinking of like, why am I, of purpose, right? Of just like, why am I here? Like what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing my enough thing? Y'all know the people who have been with me for a while know that I struggle with enough, right? So that's one of the things that frequently comes up that will that's like the fear, that's like the doubt, that's like the anxiety. So that's the thing that triggers it. So it's like I'll question whether I am doing enough, whether I am enough. Like it just shows up, right? So y'all know. So that started happening, and I'm like, wait a minute. I know you. I know what you look like, and you aren't welcome here. No, 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 no. So because I felt myself going the opposite direction of what I wanted to be, I knew to reel myself back in. And I knew that something had happened. Like I've fallen off somewhere. I am no longer in alignment. So now I need to get back in alignment. So that triggered it. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling this way and it's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. So let me do, like, I need to do something. So I ended up meditating, right? I was like, I need to be still. I need to figure out what happened? What happened? And while I was being still, I'm like, Lord, what is going on? Like, I'm feeling confused. I don't know whether, I'm questioning different things. Like, what is happening right now? And one of the first things that I got was your anxiety is blocking your ability to co create with me. I need you to get out of the way. Yeah. So that was like a kick in the butt. I was like, dang, I'm in the way again. Dang. But this is why I pray all the time, move me out the way, get me out of the way. I don't want to be in your way. I want you to move through me, and I want you to just be. I don't want my mind and what I think to be a blockage, but it has been. So that was one of the things that I had gotten. And, I meditated further and received some more stuff. And then after, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm writing things down. And I had a conversation with my husband. And I was like, man, I'm doing it again. I'm in the way. He's trying to take me places. And I'm like, wait, no, 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 no. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. Because that was one of the things that I received is that, look, I have time. I have all the time. So until you are ready and until you can fully trust me, we're going to stay right here. And we're not moving any further. We're going to be right here. And my husband had to know, he was like, man, you see, a lot of people, and this is one thing that he said, because I wrote that down, right? He had said that people often admire where they want to go from a distance, right? But when it's time to go, they hesitate. And I was like, you you kicked me in the butt too. Dang. Because that is often what happens. We will sit there and look, and I'm like, man, it would be nice to be over there, man. Gosh, you got these big dreams. You have these things that you want to do and accomplish. And you just like, yo, that over there looking good. It looks good. I want to be over there. I'm going to be over there. I'm going to be over there. And then, so God's like, all right. we gonna go there. Let's go. And when he starts moving you and starts like, okay, extending his hand, you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take it. And he starts taking you over, and he's like, it's feeling a little bumpy. You're like, wait, no. Actually, I'm not ready yet. I'm not quite ready yet. And we end up staying where we are. And then we start getting, that's when the confusion starts, because that's where mine came from, of where I was like, why do I feel like I'm standing still? Why does it feel like nothing's really moving? What's going on here? I'm not doing things right. I'm not doing enough. It's not that I'm not doing enough as far as work, as far as effort, as far as anything else outside of me. It's the fact that you're doing too much. You in the way. You need to move out the way. Hey, thank you. You need to move out the way. I need to do work through you. And you worrying about where things are going to come from, how things are going to work, how much time it's going to take, what is it going to look like? You worrying about all those things, you are getting in the way of what I'm trying to do. So we're admiring from a distance where we want to go and where we want to be. But when it's time to move, we're hesitating. I was like, look, didn't you say you wanted this? I have a direct line, but you got to trust me. And my husband gave me one example, because look, while we were in Florida, my kids, I told y'all we were going to go to Disney World, right? We were going to go to Disney World, but then we had that little hiccup of where they changed the reservation system, and the tickets weren't available. And I'm like, oh man, I was a little upset. I told y'all I was a little upset when I first found out, because I'm like, what? We've been talking about going, well, my husband and I have been talking about taking our kids to Disney World. And then now when we get to it, we have everything planned. We can't even go. What? But I took it and was just like, you know what? It happened for a reason. It might not be the time to go, but we're still going to go down there. We're still going to have fun. We go down there and all they wanted to do was just play in the pool and the water park. That's it. They weren't worried about going to anywhere, any parks. So it did happen for a reason. It was a little bit too early. My kids just turned, my oldest just turned 6. And then my middle child, he is newly 4. So their birthdays are a day apart. That's why we took them. So it was a little bit too early. So we're going to try again next year. Okay. That's what we're going to do. But that's where they wanted to be. They wanted to be in a pool. And the last time that my husband had taken them to the pool, they were in 3 feet of water. Right. That's what it was. A little pool. So it was 3 feet. The deepest that I think it got was 4. So they're in the 3 feet of water. And I told y'all my daughter's 6. So she's also a little tall. So she's chilling in 3 feet. She's like, this is pretty cool. Like I can stand up, I can move. He was trying to work with her on swimming, and she felt comfortable. So she's like, this is good. Like I can do this. And then she saw 4 feet. She's like, well, what's over there? He's like, well, this is 4 feet. This is a little bit deeper. She's like, well, I want to go over there. I want to go over there. It's like, are you sure? Yes, Daddy, I want to go. I can do this. So he's like, okay, let's do it. And so he gets her, and they're moving into 4 feet. And then once she feels that, wait a minute, I can't put my feet down, she starts getting worried. She's like, hold up. Although my husband has her, and he's like, I got you. He's whispering in her ear, like, I got you. I'm not going to let you go. Trust me. Like, honey, I'm not going to let you go. Like, you're good. I got you in my arms. Despite that, my daughter was freaking out. She's like, no, I can't feel it. So what did he do? He took her back to 3 feet where she was comfortable. And he's like, okay, well, we're just going to chill here until you're ready to move. And that's the exact same thing that God is doing with us. If you feel that you are stuck in the same place and things aren't moving, you're going to have to go back and consult and figure out why that is. What are you doing? And what are you doing too much of? Or what are you not doing that you are getting in his way? Because just like we've talked about this over and over and over again, once we move our lips, once we fix our lips to sit here and ask and to speak on what it is that we want to do and where we want to go, and these dreams and these desires that have been placed inside of us, you got to know if you're desiring it, it's in there, it's there for a reason. And I always say this, that reason isn't to just dangle in front of you and just say, look, you want it, you thought you could have it, but you can't. It's there because it is possible for you. So you're acting on those desires that have been placed there. It's like, okay, well, I want this. And you speak it and you're admiring, just like my husband said, you're admiring this thing from a distance. You're saying, okay, I feel it. I want to do this. I want to make this happen. The moment that leaves your lips, it's already done. It is already put in action. God is like my husband, like, okay, you want to go to 4 feet? Let's go. Let's go. But we are the ones that once we get in the thick of things, we're like, I can't feel the ground. I don't want to. Wait a minute. Wait, take me back. Even though that's not actually what we want. We want what we're admiring from a distance. We want to be there. But in that moment, we're worried. In that moment, we're anxious. In that moment, we aren't sure of how things are going to work out and what's going to happen. So in essence, we're sitting there pushing back on what it is that we actually want and where we want to be. So when my husband was telling me this in the car, right, I just had to start writing stuff down. And I'm like, man, oh my gosh. So I'm writing things down as he's talking. And he's like, you want me to stop? I'm like, no, don't stop. Stuff is coming to me as you're talking. So keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. And sometimes y'all, look, if y'all don't know, I'm a bit stubborn. Okay. So sometimes I need to hear messages in different ways. Like, yes, God, I got that already. God told me that while I was sitting there meditating. Like I got the reason. But to hear my husband say it and then to break it down the way that he did, I'm like, no, I got it. Like I got it. So I'm sitting here writing. And I'm like, I got to talk about this. And one of the things that I don't even remember what I was going to title it. It was going to be something. I don't remember what it was, but I had written a title because that's what I wanted to title it. And then as soon as I wrote it, it was like, nah, it came to me. It was like, nah, wade in the water. And I'm like, huh? Wade in the water? What does that have to do with anything? Like what? So I was like, all right, okay. So I changed the title and I said, wade in the water. But one of the things that I'm a researcher, okay? That's what I was taught in law school. We research things and that's what we do. So I do that. But once I got it, I'm like, okay, I know the song, but I don't really understand why you gave that to me, right? So I did a little research on the song, right? And then I had to sit with it. I had to meditate on it. It was just like, Lord, what is this? Why'd you give me this? Like, what does that have? I'm not seeing how that intersection happens. Like, how is this connected? So what I had ended up getting, man, first of all, while I'm doing the research on the song, we've all heard that song, right? Whether your grandmother was singing it, whether you heard it in church, whether you done heard, you've heard the song, right? So I'm like, okay, I've heard the song. What's going on? But as I'm researching it, this we've sung it, but I know at least for me, I didn't quite know what it meant. Like I would sing it and I would hear, uh, the grands, but I didn't know what it meant. I thought it was just, it was a song. It was one that our ancestors would sing, and that was amongst other songs. And so it's like, okay, cool. But this was actually a song that would, I want to say quote unquote, but that was one of the keys to freedom, right? So when we're talking about wading in the water, it's because they're like, yo, when they get when they get word that you have escaped, best believe they are coming for you. And when they come for you, they are going to have the dogs. They are going to be sniffing out everything for you. They are going to be on your tail. And when that happens, I'm gonna need you to get in the water. And I'm gonna need you to wade in the water. So, and when I was sitting there and I was closing my eyes and I told you I had to meditate on it. When I did that, all I could see is like somebody just sitting there. And I know y'all seen movies, right? Of like people that are in the water and you've got it where either you're waist deep, and then sometimes this person that I saw was like neck deep, right? And he's just sitting there and he's looking and he's walking through the water, but it's not it's not rough. The waters aren't moving. He's not making a sound. He's not leaving any footprints. It's like he's gliding through the water and he's just looking, but there's trouble all around him because he has escaped and he hears them in the woods. They are looking for him, but he's sitting there in the water and it's like so much stuff that is going around, but yet he's in the water and he's just as calm as can be, right? Because he can't make any noise. He can't worry about what's going on. And it's like when I got that and when I saw that, it's like, okay, okay. So when we're talking about wading in the water, all this stuff can be going on around you. These things can be not going the way that you think that it should go. There's trouble outside. There's things that we're looking like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this is going to work. But what we're supposed to be doing is wading through the water of where we are walking. And although these things are going, we're still going to make it. And when I prayed and when I said, if he brought you to it, he will bring you through it. This is what I mean. You're going to walk through it. It doesn't matter what's happening around you, honey. Everything is calm where you are. If you just get in the water. That is where the calm is. Everything else that was happening around this guy that I saw was just chaos. He had every right to just be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I mean, like, I was like that. I'm like, dude, what you doing? But he was so calm and just moving around and just trusting that, look, if I just keep walking and if I just keep moving and I'm just quiet and I'm just calm and I'm just at peace, God is going to handle all this stuff that's around me. And that's what I got. Like, yo, I need you to get in the water. I need you to trust me. I need you to trust that I got everything around you. Just do your job, walk through it. And man, y'all, like I get chills going back to this guy because I'm telling you, like sometimes in my meditations, sometimes when I get visions and stuff, it just seems so real. But it's just like I can't explain the peace that he had despite what was going on. But that is where we've got to be. That's the thing that that we've got to remain in that. We've got to remain in that. We've got to trust. We've got to know that things are going to be taken care of. And so we've got that, right? So wade in the water, and it was that key. It was code word. It was the key to freedom. Like so that's what we're looking for. These are the things we're singing those songs, and we're saying the lyrics. And this is what I'm telling you to do. This is what I'm telling you to do. This is where your key to freedom is. So one of the other things that, and I like that, hey George, how you doing? And you owe me an update, okay? I want to know what's going on. Like, you can't just slide on in here without giving me an update now. So I want that update. But I love how George said, God is going to trouble the water, right? Because that was one of the things. I'm like, trouble the water? Like, why do I want the water to be troubled? Like, why would I want to get in the water and it's trouble? Like, if you're saying to wade in the water, and I'm like, I'm still trying to put the pieces together. Like, oh, okay, so explain that to me. So the thing is that one of the references that, not one, it's actually referenced like twice, but in the song is that we're talking about Moses, we're talking about the Israelites, right? So there's actually two things that are within these lyrics. So we're talking about the Israelites, and what happened? What happened? So we sitting here and we're like, oh shucks, we're running away. We're on our path to freedom, but we've got this huge sea that we got to cross. And how are we gonna cross this? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And what happened? Here it is. It's a direct. It just parted. It parted for us to keep walking through. And it was our direct line to freedom. It was where we sat and we waited, and it happened. It opened the things that we think could not be done, the things that hasn't happened before, the miracles that would need to happen for this to occur. It occurred when we, at the point that we needed it, and we were able to get safely on the other side. So that was one of the things. These things are referenced in the lyrics. But then the other thing is John 5:4, right? So this is one of the things that that is referenced in the Bible too. So for an angel of the Lord went down. So I'm reading from the Amplified version. But for an angel of the Lord went down into the pool at appointed seasons and stirred up the water. The first one to go in after the water was stirred. After the water was stirred, was healed of his disease. So there was a time in the Bible where this is what people would just be waiting by the pool. Like, okay, is it stirring up? Okay, I'm ready to get healed. How do I get in there? And that they even referenced a guy who was not able to get in there because he couldn't walk. But this is what we're waiting for the waters to be troubled. We're waiting for the movement in the waters. And so those two things came to mind. And I'm like, oh, this is what, but we're in the water. I need y'all, get in the water. And even though things are happening, even though it's like, I don't know why I'm even here, because I am telling you, I just said this yesterday to one of my friends. I can't tell you honestly where I'm going. I can't tell you what it is that I am even doing. I don't know. I do not have a plan. I don't. This is so against my very nature, because I am telling you, I am the one that you got to have a business plan. You got to have this. You got to know where you're going. Like, if you're going to get to B, you got to know where you're starting. You got to know the plan. Like, you got to know everything. And then you got to have a backup plan on top of that. Like, I am the planner. Like, when it comes to life, when it comes to getting money, when it comes to career, That's me. So this is totally opposite of what I would do. But I am here telling you I have no plan. I am literally just following where I am led. And so I am getting in these waters and it's starting to get murky. Like it's a little, I'm seeing the stuff that's happening outside. I'm that guy. But what happened on Friday was that I took off, I took the focus off of where it should have been, and I was looking around me. And I started to get anxious because there are things that are happening around me and I'm not sure. And the water's kind of getting deep. And I'm like, okay, now I'm trying to wade, but my feet are lifting off the ground and I don't know where it's leading me. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how much time this is going to take. I don't know if the things that I'm saying that I want to do is it actually going to happen because it's not looking like it. Things aren't looking the way that I thought it would be. So I don't know. And I started to get anxious. But through this, and I'm telling you, if you find yourself in that same position, I want you to start waiting. I want you to start trusting. I want you to understand that these waters are going to start to be troubled. And you don't have to do a thing but be in it. This was it. When people were waiting for the waters to be troubled, they didn't do it. The only thing that they had to do was get in the water. That was it. That was their only job. So I'm telling you, get in it. Get in it where he's leading you. If you're in the 3 feet and you want to go to 4, keep going. Stay, remain in the water, because even when things are looking a little shaky, things aren't looking the way that you want them to look, you got to understand that it's going to be trouble. There is going to be healing. There is going to be things that are going on around you that are going to be fixed. There are going to be miracles. Expect miracles. This is the thing. When you are on this path, that's the whole point. It's not going to look like how you thought it was going to look. It's not going to be where you can look at somebody else and be like, oh, well, they did it, so I can do it too. Most of the time, you are going to be blazing your own trail. There are going to be things that you are going to come in contact with that you're just like, yo, and you're going to receive that it just doesn't fit. It doesn't seem right. Just like me. If I go, and I've done this before, and now I can't say that I stopped, but I had to stop for a while about talking about what I was doing, because I wasn't in the space yet to be able to truly trust where I was being led, right? And so when I would talk about what I was doing, and then people would have questions, and just like, what? So you mean to tell me you went to law school and you're not practicing law? So you mean to tell me that you spent all that money on law school and for what? Oh, so you mean to tell me? So when those things would come, I would sit there and feel like, oh, well, dang, I'm not doing something right. Maybe I'm not on the right path. And it would make me question what I was doing. So I had to stop talking about what I was doing for a while until I got sturdy in what it is that I was doing, until I really understood the magnitude of what I'm saying yes to. And until I truly understood that my journey may not reflect anybody else's, and that's okay. But I'm doing what it is that I am told to do. And if I continue to do that, everything's going to be good, no matter what it looks like. And these are the things that I have to keep reminding myself. And I want you to keep reminding yourself the same thing. If you are there is nothing that you can do. There is nothing, no matter what it is that you are facing, no matter what comes up in your way, in your path, no matter what obstacles you are faced with, no matter what trials come your way, no matter what happens around you, there is nothing that can destroy you on your path. There is nothing that is pointing to the fact that you're doing things wrong and that you need to alter things because it doesn't look right, because it's not working. Just continue the path that you're on and continue following. When you are following, there is nothing that there is no wrong that can be done. There is none, despite what it may look like. So I want y'all to continue to remain focused on where it is that you're going, no matter what it is that's happening around you. And if you are in a season of where you need to be quiet about your movements, be quiet about your movements. Everybody don't have to know what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're planning and what God gave you. You got to understand that God gave you the vision. He gave you the vision for a reason, because you are the person that can make it happen. You are the person that he specifically wants to use to bring this to fruition. So when you're taking your vision to somebody else who didn't get the vision, you can't get mad at them because they can't see it. It wasn't given to them. So this isn't something that you can't take it to them and then because they don't see it, now you're questioning your journey. But if you are in that, if you feel that this has been happening, then this is the time to keep quiet. This is the time to now, okay, I'm going to go put my armor on, right? I'm going to get dressed for this, because there are going to be questions. There are going to be people who are going to say, what in the world are you doing? That don't make no sense at all. It makes absolutely no sense. Why would you do that? You know you got a family, right? You know you got kids to feed, right? You know you single, right? You know, whatever it may be, there are going to be questions, but I need y'all to be strong enough to say, yeah, I know that. Yeah. And I'm still going to do it. I done made up my mind. I made a commitment. So if we getting prepared for battle, y'all get prepared for battle, but we do that in silence. I'm like, we ain't announcing that. I'm going for battle, y'all. Come here. No, we are moving at that time. If you're in a season where you need to move silently, move silently. If you're in a season where, just like for me, my silence is ended, right? And Lord's like, look, I need you to speak now. I need you to talk about it. I need you to be open about it. I need you to be vulnerable about it. So that's why I'm talking. This is why I am sharing what it is that I'm doing, and that I am completely honest when I say I do not have a plan. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Better yet, a week from now, I have no idea. None at all. You ask me what it is that I want to do. The only thing that I've gotten, that I've shared it with y'all, is that I'm on somebody's stage and I'm speaking, and there's thousands of people that are out there. That's the only thing that I've seen. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know any of it. I know nothing, but I'm here and I'm following. And so when you are in this position, and you are going to be, if you're not already in this position, you will be. If you are on this journey, this is what is going to happen. The waters are going to be murky. You are not going to be able to see. And your feet, you're not even going to be able to see your feet. Better yet, touch the ground. Like it's not going to happen. But it's that way for a reason. And I want to go. There's one song that just hits my heart every time I hear it. And if y'all have been following me, you already know. But it's the song Oceans by Hillsong, right? And I just want to read a part of what, like, it's the chorus, right? And it's a part of the song that she just continues to keep repeating the same thing. And it's like, man, every time she repeats it, it's just like, bam, bam, like it just be hitting me. And so this is what she's saying. So she says, Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would lead me, wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith would be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Y'all. So when I first heard this song, that was one of the things that I prayed. Like it hit me so hard that I was like, Lord, that's where I want to go. That's what I want. I want it to be where I want you to take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. I want it to be that way. I want it to be where I'm so deep that I have no choice but to lean on you because I cannot do it myself. And where am I at? This is what my husband meant. It's like you're admiring something from a distance. You're asking for something, but be aware of what it is that you're asking for. If I'm asking to be taken out so deep that I have no choice but to rely on you, but to trust you, but to put my head back, just like, Lord, I can't even swim anymore. Because this is the thing, and that's one of the things that when I was thinking about this, I wrote down, is that we all, even if you can swim, even if you are the best trained swimmer in the world, right? After a while, you get tired. It's just your own strength is going to give out. It's just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't even keep my head above water. Like I'm trying to tread and it's just not working anymore. Like I am tired. But you cannot just let go, right? If you're by yourself, because what would happen? Your feet ain't touching the ground. You are going to drown. Like it just is what it is. That's where I've been asking to be, of where I physically cannot do it alone. I want it to be where I run out. I can't do it. Even if I try to do it, I still can't do it. So I'm being brought out into these waters, but then my reaction was, wait. It's a little scary. I don't know. I don't know about this. I'm not sure. I think I want to go back. But this is what we're asking for. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. And I love how she put the ending on there. And my faith would be made stronger. This is the thing, when we allow that to happen, right? So now that I've caught myself and I know what is going on and that I'm being the holdup, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna change some things up. I'm gonna we gonna do things different. I want to get out the way. I really want to be out the way. So when we move ourselves out the way and we aren't the blockage anymore, this is the thing that happens. This is what we get in return. And my faith will be made stronger. Your faith will be stronger. You will get, the trust will be up. You will get an upgrade in your faith, in your trust, in your belief. These are the things that you get when you start to let go. But as long as you are holding on and you're saying, well, I'm going to control it because things are getting a little crazy, and I don't know if I completely trust you, but I think it's better in my hands. The more you do that, your upgrade isn't happening. You're blocking it. You're blocking yourself of really realizing everything that God has for you, as far as your growth, as far as the things that it is that you actually want, and the things that you're actually working for. Like you're blocking all of these things. You're basically saying, no, not now. I don't want it right now. I know I asked for it, and I know you have it, and I know that you're going to lead me to it, but I actually think I need some time because I don't want it. And I know that's not what you guys want. That isn't what you mean. That isn't what you actually want. But why do we do these things, right? But so I am just saying this because I want this to be a wake-up call. I want this to be where when we notice that we are getting out of alignment, or we've moved and things just, we're just a little bit, things ain't going okay. I don't know. I feel some confusion. I feel a little worried. I feel doubt. I feel anxiety. We talked about this before. Those are all guideposts for you. Lean into your feelings. Understand that these things are coming up to now say, you are on the wrong path. You are doing something wrong. You need to stop. You need to go back to where you were. That's not what it's saying. It is saying, wait a minute, wait. You're out of alignment. You need to get back on the train. You've fallen off somewhere. And now this is your warning. This is your tap on the shoulder to now go and seek God and see where you fell off at. What is it that is happening in this moment? And like I said, every moment is communicating to you. So what are these moments in your life saying to you? What are the things that you need to do? What are the things that you need to get better at? What are the things that you need to strengthen? I know that, look, I got it straight. I need you to upgrade your faith. That's what I got. And I know in order to do that, I've got to let go. I've got to let go more than what I thought I was letting go. I need to keep letting go. There's still some stuff that I am just clinging to for dear life. And it's like, sometimes we cling on to stuff that you don't even want. We cling on to things, to hurt, to rejection, to trauma, to like all these things that we hold on to so deeply, but in all actuality, we really don't want them, but we hold them. And there are some things that I'm still holding on to that I was like, no, I need you to let that go. I need you to let it go. And I need you to be fully surrendered in this moment, because if I cannot work through you if you are not, I cannot take you where you want to be if you are not. The things that you're asking for, the things that you're believing for, the things that you want, the things that you're working towards, honey, I want to give it to you. I've got it here for you. But it takes you letting go. It takes you stripping yourself of the things that are weighing you down. I need you to be free when you come to this. I need you to be open when you come to this. You are going to have to become a different person when you come to this. And I got you. Just like my husband was telling my daughter, like, I trust me. I got you. If I'm leading you to it, I will get you through it. There is nothing that you have to do other than being in the water, remain in the water, wade in the water. And trust that everything that is happening outside of you will be taken care of. And that I am going to lead you where you need to be. That's it. We need the trust. So get back to the trust. I know some of us, if y'all like me, falling off, and that's okay. This is why every time I pray, thank you for your grace, thank you for your mercy. This is the thing. It doesn't matter if you've fallen off. It doesn't matter if you're not in alignment right now. You can always get back in a second. Like literally, you fix your mind and saying, I want to get back in alignment. I'm getting back in alignment. That's it. We've got to remember that we are always connected. We never lose the connection. It's just sometimes we got a weaker signal than when we do other times. That's it. So just get back in a place where you got, what do we have? Was it like, honey, I done switched to Verizon and I never have, I'm sorry, I never have the full bar. So I don't even know if it's 5 or if it's 4. I don't know. I don't know what the full bars are. But whatever it may be, if it's 5 on your phone, if it's 4 on your phone, whatever the highest one is, get back into position where I'm back at full bars. Like I can receive the signals. Like I am in my signal is at its height. That's where I need y'all to be. I need y'all to get back in alignment. So if things are shaky, figure out why. Figure out why. And I want you to know that you have the answers. These are not things that a lot of times we will, when we're confused about something or things, we can't answer a question like just off the top of our head. Like we're thinking about something like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Sometimes we ask that in the moment of us of us feeling confused and being frustrated. But then we get more frustrated and more confused because in that moment we can't answer the question because we're asking it and we haven't even been, we weren't still, we're moving around like, yo, why is this always happening to me? Why is this happening? So you're asking questions, but you're not really trying to figure out the answer. Like you're not. And so we get frustrated and then we don't further investigate it and we leave it as is. I want y'all to start investigating. And I want you to investigate knowing that you have the answers, that you can receive the answers, that you've got direct connection to every answer that you possibly need. So when you sit down, I want you to sit down in expectation that you are going to receive an answer to your question. So if things are not looking the way that you would want them to look, or whatever it is, or you're feeling like things aren't in alignment, you aren't in alignment, or you've fallen off, and you're confused, or you feel doubt or worry stirring up, these are all things that are pointing you to sit down, to be still, be quiet, and ask and seek. What is it? It says that seek his kingdom first, seek him first, and all these things will be added to you. All the things that you are looking for, everything that you are asking for, everything that you're working toward, everything that you're confused about, all these things will be added unto you if you just sit down and you seek him first. Stop going to mommy, stop going to daddy, stop going to uncle, auntie, spouse, kids, asking questions that they can't answer. Start looking where you need to look and where you know your answers come from. You have everything. This is why I say this all the time. You have everything that you possibly need inside of you. Everything. When God called you for the purpose that he called you for, he knew what you were working with. You have the specific makings. You have everything that he wants. You just have to know it. You just have to walk in it. You just have to sit and realize it. But a lot of us don't sit. We don't sit still long enough to be able to receive the answers that we actually need, to be able to continue this journey, to be able to get back in alignment. Because one, a lot of us don't even know when we're out of alignment. One. And then two, when we do see that we're out of alignment, a lot of us don't question why. And we aren't seeking what happened, like the reason for us getting out of alignment. These are the questions that we have to ask. Sometimes we're not asking the right questions. I'm reading this book now that's talking about YouTube. And one of the things that he was saying is that we, in business, right? And in anything, when we're doing things, sometimes we don't ask the right questions. We're focused on the problem and we're like, man, this is a problem. This is a problem. But we're not asking the right questions that are going to get us to the right solutions. So yes, you realize there is a problem. Now I'm going to need you to ask the right questions to be able to get you to the solutions. So then we can be out of that problem. We can be back in alignment and back where we're supposed to be. So we can continue on this journey where we need to go. Like we need to go to 4 feet. So I'm gonna need y'all to figure out, why are you so comfortable at 3 feet? Why are you why are you lacking trust? Why are we not thinking that we can survive in 4 feet of water? I'm gonna need y'all to ask these questions. They may be hard questions to ask because sometimes we don't want to know the answer. Sometimes I'm telling y'all, I ask questions and I get the kick in the butt. And I'm like, dang, man, doing it again. That's what happens. And it's okay. So you take that, and then now you've got the information to be able to do something with it. So ask the right questions, y'all. So it's 6:56. I ain't trying to take all y'all time. So we about to stop. We're about to stop. I want y'all to, I know this was a lot. This was a lot. I feel like that this was a little heavy. This was a little heavy, but it was heavy because it needed to be. This is what happens when I skip a week, right? I come back and it's just like, blah. but it's out. So get into the water. Get into the water. Get into the water. And I need you to wade in it. I need you to walk gently in it. I need you to be calm in it. I need you to see, be aware of everything that's happening, but know that just because you're seeing these things that are happening around you, just because these situations are going on and things are going down, that it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. These things are happening. You can see them, but this is again pointing back to being in the world, but not of the world. So you can be in your situation, in your circumstance, but you don't have to be of it. You don't have to allow that to affect how you move. You don't have to allow that to affect how you trust. You don't have to allow that to affect how deep your faith is. It doesn't have to affect your movement. So be aware of the circumstance, know what's going on, but you can still tread, you can still be walking through gently as ever and as peaceful as ever, as the waters aren't even moving. You're gliding so well, like you're just in there, you're just moving. So that's how I want us to move. That's how I want us to move forward. If you aren't in alignment, get back in alignment, figure out what you need to do and what things happened to allow you to get off the train and get out of alignment. But know that at any moment you can step back in. Just ask the right questions. Start asking the right questions. Still yourself. Be still. Take some time out today. Take some time out today. Shoot, if you ain't doing nothing right now, take some time out right now. Take 10 minutes. Be still. Set your timer and don't do anything. And just see what comes to you. See what comes to you. See what questions pop up. See what things that you're worried about. See what things are causing you anxiety. Things that are, whatever it may be, you're going to get something. Sitting there, you are sitting still, things are going to start coming up. And when things are coming up, don't try to push them down and just like, oh, no, that's bad. Nope. Because sometimes that is the thing. That's what I wrote. When things come up, we want to fight them. Like, nah, I don't want you around here. Get out of here. Get out of here. But no, I want you to welcome it. These things are coming up for a reason because they need you to be aware of them. We want to create that awareness. So when those things come up, say, hey, how you doing? I'm going to evaluate you. Okay, ooh, you feeling a little mad. Why are you feeling mad? And this is the thing. Start asking yourself why. Start asking why. Look at this, y'all. It's sunny outside now. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. You guys have been awesome, and I am again glad to be back. It's been great. Thank you so much. Thank you. And look, just keep it. Just keep it where. Just keep it. Look, you're not alone. My husband is not practicing, but he went to Chapel Hill. Yeah. That's me. I got a whole law degree, but I'm not practicing. But it is what it is. It's cool. I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what one thing you know is that you're walking with him. Yes. All right. So that is it. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. I am looking like all this light behind me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to catch y'all next week. Same time, same place, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will talk to y'all then. All right. See y'all later. Bye.